The prelude to God's final judgment. The 7 bowls of God's wrath is about to begin. Revelation 15 verses 5 to 8. A moment where heaven itself pauses, because something is about to be released that the world has never seen before. We're stepping into a scene that shakes the atmosphere of heaven, the moment right before the 7 bowls of God's wrath are poured out. And what John sees is overwhelming. Stay with me until the end. You will see how God reveals his plan through the 7 angels who are given 7 bowls of wrath. Section 1. The inner sanctuary in heaven was opened. Revelation 15 verse 5. After these things I looked, and behold, the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony in heaven was opened. What Revelation 15 verse 5 reveals? The opening of the heavenly temple shows God is now moving from mercy to judgment. The phrase, tabernacle of the testimony, points to God's covenant law, meaning his judgments are righteous, not random. This also prepares the way for the 7 angels. In verse 5, the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony in heaven was opened. This specifically refers to the inner sanctuary, the Holy of Holies, the most sacred area. John isn't looking at the earthly tabernacle Moses built. He's seeing the true sanctuary, the heavenly original. And for the first time, it opens for judgment, not mercy. This moment tells us something profound. What's coming does not start on earth. It begins in the heart of heaven. Section 2, the 7 angels and the 7 plagues. Revelation 15 verse 6, and out of the temple came the 7 angels having the 7 plagues, clothed in pure bright linen, and having their chests girded with golden bands. What Revelation 15 verse 6 reveals? The 7 angels coming from the temple show they are sent directly from God. The angels' bright linen and golden sashes represent purity, holiness, and divine authority. These angels are not cruel. They're not acting out of rage. They are clothed in holiness, representing the divine justice and judgment of God. This reminds us that every judgment of God is perfect, pure, and right, even when it's hard to understand. Section 3, the 7 angels received the bowls of God's wrath from the living creatures. Revelation 15 verse 7, then one of the 4 living creatures gave to the 7 angels 7 golden bowls full of the wrath of God who lives forever and ever. What Revelation 15 verse 7 reveals? The bowls being handed over by the living creature show heaven's agreement with God's justice. The golden bowls represent the purity of God's wrath, not sinful anger, but holy judgment flowing from his eternal nature. The 4 living creatures, the same ones who worship before God's throne day and night, in Revelation 4, verses 6 to 9, and Revelation 19, verse 4, gave these 7 angels the bowls filled with God's wrath. But why did one of the living creatures give the 7 angels the bowls filled with God's wrath? The living creature gives the bowls because it represents God's throne and authority, showing that the judgments come from God himself, but are carried out through the order and unity of heaven. The living creatures are worshippers and serve as executive agents of God's will, they execute commands. What is the purpose of the 7 golden bowls full of the wrath of God? The purpose of the 7 golden bowls is to carry out God's final, complete, and righteous judgments on the world, before Christ returns, and what happens next is a powerful display of God's glory filling the sanctuary. Section 4, the glory of God filled the sanctuary. Revelation 15 verse 8, the temple was filled with smoke from the glory of God and from his power, and no one was able to enter the temple till the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were completed. What Revelation 15 verse 8 reveals? The smoke symbolizes God's overwhelming glory and presence. No one can enter because this moment belongs entirely to God, and his judgment cannot be stopped or interrupted until it is fully carried out. Smoke fills the temple. Similar to the dedication of Solomon's temple, 1 Kings 8 verses 10 to 11. But during this period, neither the angels, the living creatures, nor the 24 elders could enter because intercession for mercy has been temporarily stopped and God's glory seals the sanctuary. Now the bowls have been handed over. The glory has filled the temple. And heaven waits. This is where Revelation 15 ends. A heavenly pause. A divine stillness. Join me in the next video as we step into Revelation 16, where the 7 bowls of God's wrath continue. The bowls are poured out on the earth, and each one shakes creation in a way the world has never experienced. Until then, stay encouraged, stay watchful, and remember, God's word always prepares his people. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video.